start with a crazy question off the bat. Who, what, when, where, why was the universe created?
It was like, nah, bro.
Nah, bro. It's like, nah, I don't know the dinosaurs. Bang!
I say it has to be something out there, which even created God.
This may be wrong.
And then we bring in the concept of infinity.
So, that's a new twist. I didn't know that.
To the... Welcome, it's the Late Night Walks podcast. We finally started it.
Let's go!
Let's go straight into it.
Come on.
The host, me, Sarosh D, Revan, J. I almost said the wrong one. Flashlight. J. Dile.
We have 2D, so we have like names for them to
Exactly.
separate it. Yeah.
Alright, we're going to be talking about philosophy all the way to waffle, like the full spectrum. Let's start with a crazy question off the bat. You guys are going to love this.
What is it?
Why? No. Who, what, when, where, why was the universe created?
Oh!
It's mad. It's mad. I know. It's the first episode. This guy was not having
No,
it.
it's about spice, you know.
Because there's so much.
This is about philosophy, innit? Philosophy to waffle. You get the philosophy first, and then the waffle at the end. Yeah. Alright, so what is your theory behind it?
This is the thing, you know. It's such a big question. It's like scary to answer straight off the bat. But like, there's so many sections that we have to break it down. Like, we got scientific, religious, of course.
Yeah.
They're intertwined.
Do scientific first.
Scientific. Well, we got the basic theory, innit? Big Bang theory. Just two particles collide.
Particles?
Huh?
Yeah,
I think it was just
planets or something.
hot dense matter or something, and then it just expands.
And the two things collided.
But everything's a particle in it. So
That's why it's a bang.
Oh, okay.
Two things collided, and then continuous reactions.
It just keeps expanding.
Yeah.
I say, what if there was something before the Big Bang Theory
Exactly.
that we can't understand, we can't perceive it?
Oh, wait. I've just realised something. You know when we kept saying Big Bang Theory? I was thinking of the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs for the entire time. I was thinking, this guy said particles. This guy said particles. I was thinking, so was a planet and an asteroid. And then I realised that's not the Big Bang Theory.
We started the episode earlier.
The dinosaurs created the universe.
No.
Altered. It's altered. The
That T-Rex
created the
is
universe.
God.
Okay, I realised why I was confused this entire time. I was so lost. I was like,
what is that called then? What is that called?
I don't even know what it's called.
Just the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Extinction
There's a
event.
name for it.
There's
Extinction event.
probably. But
Catastrophic event.
Just saying
Okay.
adjectives, bro.
I was thinking, wait, that's the Big
Synonyms,
Bang for
by
a
the way.
second. Okay, yeah. Sorry. Carry on. My mind was gone for a minute.
Okay,
So, yeah,
Big
carry
Bang
on.
Where were
Theory.
we?
We were starting like, where did those particles originate from?
Where did they originate from?
Yeah, that's what we're questioning.
We can't perceive that because we see it through our human senses.
Exactly.
And we can only see the appearance of it, but not the truth. Let's take this example. Let's take this table for example.
Yeah, there we go.
Through our senses, we can say that it's brown, it's a rectangle, and say if it's just a little table. But that's the appearance of it. We don't understand the truth and reality behind it, because when we change direction, when we move around, it could be seen as something else.
It's all dependent on what you see, because someone could perceive this object as something completely different, and then define it, and it could impact them completely differently. Which breaks everything down to your limitations as a human.
So through our human lenses,
Yeah.
what were you gonna say? Sorry.
No, carry on. No, so what I can understand you were saying that. Okay, this.
Like everything's
table,
dependent
on how you see it. How
Yeah.
someone else will see it as different. Okay, forget about that. Where did they originate from then?
Where do who?
Their particles originate from.
This is what I was going to
That's
say.
what we're saying.
No, I thought you were talking about that they
The
collided and then that
No,
was.
we don't. We
That's
can
a
understand the
separate thing.
appearance of the particles, but we don't understand the truth behind it. So that's not a question that we can fully answer yet.
But as per there being a beginning and an end, I think that's a human concept. Like from just living, you always think there's a beginning and end to everything. So why do we have to use the same beginning and end template when looking at the universe?
So you're saying the universe doesn't have a beginning?
Why does
or
it have to have
So
a
it's
beginning
bigger
and
than
end?
the bigger than end.
Because okay,
Yeah, I think it's like infinite.
no, because the way I perceive life or anything, everything has an expiry date and everything has a beginning date. We were all born, and then we're all gonna die one day. There's no one, none of us are gonna be immortal unless Elon Musk makes some medicine kind of thing that makes you immortal. But until he invents it, there's nothing that makes us immortal.
Yeah.
So everything has beginning and ending. So even this furniture we were talking about, it will slowly mold, rot, and then you would have to change it up and everything. So the universe has a starting date, but no one knows when that started, and no one knows when it ends. and no one knows how was it created.
But why does the universe have to have a starting date?
No, I'm just saying that's my perspective.
Okay, your opinion.
My perspective
many
is
people would have the same.
everything
of
has
course,
a starting
that's the lens
date.
we look at.
And the reason why some people fail to accept that as infinite is because they see everything having a start and an end date.
Yeah.
So until I can be shown something that has that doesn't have an end date, I won't believe scientifically that the universe is infinite.
It's extremely hard to like fathom in your head because you don't experience something that is infinite.
I think to like view the creation of the universe, we can't just go to the scientific.
Religious as well. Yeah.
We have to think outside of the box. So like
I don't wanna get mixed up.
the spiritual aspect as well. So like when we say there's like an omnipresence of God out there,
Omnipresence of God everywhere.
yeah, God doesn't have to have an expiry date, a beginning date.
Yeah, that's what I said
So-
scientifically.
Yeah.
Until I see scientific proof that this doesn't have an expiry date,
But do you
Then
think
I won't believe.
that proof will ever exist?
no.
Well, I've
I
got
really
something
don't.
for you, mate.
No,
So then
what's
your point is not valid.
No, but that's the same thing as everything, though. Like, you can't say it's not valid because there's nothing. But okay, tell me something that's infinite. Then you're saying that it's infinite. Tell
The
me something-
universe,
Time.
and I've got a
Time.
concept to
Time
prove it.
never
I've
runs
got
out.
I've
That's
got
a good
this.
example.
Can you physically hold time?
No,
No,
I'm
but
saying
you
it's an
can- you
infinite
can-
thing.
you can
It's something
experience
which
time.
doesn't have a
No, but
beginning.
time
or end.
measures
Time
the
is a
limit.
measurement, though.
Time is the
Time.
measurement of what we're talking about.
Time is your
Of
infinity.
what?
Of the time scales, beginning and end. Time is the measurement of it.
Because you're saying it's infinite, so it's become from whatever,
Yeah.
and it'll keep going on.
It'll
So that's
keep
your
going
time.
Yes.
That's your timeline. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so that's the only infinite thing. But there's nothing like physical or evidence to prove that it'll go for infinity. We won't be there to.
There's
see it.
this scientific theory I told my friends the other day. It's just really cool theory. Basically, imagine a box, and you put an apple inside. But this box is special. It's like, you know, in science, it's not like 100%, like can't be impacted by its environment. Imagine this box. Assume this box, if we're using scientific, can not be impacted by the outside environment at all.
So it's like indestructible.
Yeah, as in like nothing can be like something changes in its environment outside, but it will have zero impact.
External, internal has nothing to.
Yeah, exactly. The internal is like fully stable conditions. You leave the apple there. What's gonna happen?
It'll stay there
Let's
forever.
skip. Let's skip 20 days. What happens to the apple?
There's the
It's gonna
internal. It'll slowly start to rot.
Yeah, and then 20 days,
It'll rot and it'll be dead.
it'll be dead. It'll be completely dead. Yeah, and then like you know how like a rotten apple, if we keep on leaving it, will fully become mush.
Yeah.
So what this theory says that let's skip 1,000 years, 100,000 years. What's happening to the apple?
It's gone.
It's gone, but it's not fully. It's still there, like because the atoms present, they can't leave the box. So all atoms that made up the apple are still currently inside the box.
Is a box sealed off?
Yeah, fully sealed.
Well, there's no air, nothing anywhere.
Yeah, nothing outside can be impacted. And then we bring in the concept of infinity. So let's add an infinite time scale to this box. Skip 1,000,000 years. I don't know if it's 1,000,000. It's probably billions and billions and billions. They say that the atoms within the apple have now been able to rearrange into another object. They could have rearranged
they
into
feel-
this glass.
Yeah, but
By
that
sudden
is
chance.
the theory of the universe. Though the theory of
That
the
is
universe
stars,
is
though. They say that we are made out of stars.
Yeah.
So like,
So because
yeah.
everything, it comes down to the atom. Like, you're a star, I'm a star. Hey, you're a star. Hey, you're not a star, bro.
You're not
Okay,
a star.
No.
You're not a star.
So like
Oh my, I'm a
everything,
moon, then. No, I'm a moon. Okay.
everything would be everything possible would happen in that box. We'd have a little J inside the box if that's
Yeah, but
scientifically
that,
probable.
isn't that physics? Though? Physics says that matter
therefore-
cannot be created.
Or destroyed.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the physics. I
But
agree
it can
with
be
that.
converted.
Therefore, that's
I agree with
infinity.
that.
That's
No,
infinity
I-
right in front of you.
I do not I do not disagree with that part there. My question is about apple. Where the flip did the apple come from? You said you put an apple in a box. Who put the apple
The
in the
atoms
box?
have always been there.
Okay.
How
would
could-
the atoms
how would the
always be
atoms
in the-
always be
in the
there?
box without
You
the
put the
apple being in the
apple.
box in
You
the
put the
first
apple
place?
in the box.
No, I'm
No,
saying
this is
before
what
the-
I'm, this is
before
what I'm
the apple.
saying. This is where I'm saying we have to think outside of science.
Yeah,
Yeah,
about-
because
think
it's
about
so
God.
complex. Like, if you look
Yeah.
at the universe, like the chance of becoming a human is in the trillions, and the stuff that could have happened to our planet to stop us from being human. Like, for example, if Jupiter didn't exist, we wouldn't be here because Jupiter takes in all asteroids. If we went in the
So what
Goldilocks
happened to
zone,
the dinosaurs? Why did Jupiter not take that as straight? It was like, nah,
Not all
bro.
asteroids.
Nah, bro.
like, nah, I don't like the dinosaurs. Bang!
Can die.
It said, you know what? I'm gonna open my gate towards this asteroid. I'm gonna let it go.
We don't
through.
really like those guys over there. Eliminate.
This is the waffle side of us.
Yeah, but there's extremely low chances of humans even existing, like 1 over infinity. I'm not going to do the maths, but that's something like that. And then there we go, the big G. This is the answer, the God. Of course, we're gonna break it down. I'm not just saying the answer is God, but that's where God comes into the equation. Is so complex that God kind of helps us understand it.
But I have an idea. What if people's like cop out is just God?
Yeah, exactly. It's an
People
easy
just
cop out. Just say God.
With just God. But like, I say, instead of God, there has to be something out there which even created God.
Are you saying that as well?
What
What
can create God now?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know exactly.
But
what
then
it
again,
could-
we're using the human lens.
okay.
Of, there has to be a creator.
There
Why
has-
does
there has to
be
be
a
something.
creator? But
So-
why?
What do
Because
you mean?
we're again using our human perspective.
we're using our perspective
Yeah.
through our senses.
This is getting into talk. If you know, you know, man. But why are you using
What's
God?
talk?
Oh, it's
Oh,
like
it's
theory of
in
knowledge.
the
You have to do
IB.
in the IB.
Oh.
Yeah, it's long.
A-level gang, no IB.
Shut up. IB was long, man. But
Just
Yeah, you're using
on that
human
topic
lens.
of IB. If any of you man picked IB on purpose, if you weren't forced into it,
all
you
my
have
friends, bro.
you have something wrong with your life. You have something mentally
Hello?
disturbed.
He's doing it right
but
now.
he was
He's
forced into
beginning.
it. No, he was
No.
forced into it. As in, I'm saying that
I
if your
wasn't
school,
forced into it.
if your school does IB and you're just carrying on with that school,
Oh.
Unless if you're moving
yeah, if you're
schools.
moving schools to an IB school, there's something wrong with you. There's completely something wrong with you. Why?
That's a bunch of the
Bro.
viewers.
Okay,
It's
why don't
fine.
we just like detour off topic?
I know. I just said just to while I was on the IB topic.
okay.
Yeah, carry on back to
Oh, my
that
drink's
topic there.
finished.
Yeah, same mind.
Same. But I was just saying that we're using our human lenses for there
Nah.
have to be a creator.
I feel like the reason we say there's a creator is because for things that we do not know, we just say, okay, God is the reason behind it. I feel like if we had reasons for it, if we had reasons to prove this, we wouldn't say God is that. We would have the reason to proving, backing. So I would say God. But still, is the matter of fact is, the middle ground is very blurry. You don't know what to believe in. So,
As in, like, scientific evidence
it's not enough.
is kind of what most people need to, like,
yeah,
understand.
yeah.
Understand? It's what they believe in.
If you went like 200 years ago, the scientific evidence wasn't there.
Mm.
So then people would just say God for everything.
Mm.
But now there's some scientific evidence to prove some stuff.
No, even
But then
back
we
in
get-
the,
yeah, then we get into our
even
thing.
back in the days, like Aristotle and everyone,
Mm.
through the rational thinking and how through their thought process, they
For
would
example-
understand how the universe was created without God.
Yeah, no. You know, for Newton, Newton had like what did he? Was it physics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gravity.
He's an Apple guy,
Yeah,
right?
he's the Apple guy. I was waiting for
He's
that.
the one who put the apple in the box.
Yeah,
there we go.
yeah, but no, he believed in God as well. Before I don't know what TV show it was, but they were talking about something. They were saying before his Apple theory came to mind, he was thinking, "Oh, God makes us stand on the ground or whatever." But now he has Apple. He still believed in God. I'm not saying not believe in God at all. I'm just saying that for the some stuff we don't know, we're just saying God. But when we do find out, we'll still say God created it. But we will have the actual evidence for why it was there.
You have
Because-
multiple views on it.
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
multiple point of views on it.
But then we get into, like
That
our
comes
beliefs.
back to
There's another example of like science believing in religion as well. You know the super sun, the collider, the hydrogen collider
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Switzerland.
Oh, yeah, this is sick.
So outside the what's it called? The place.
The building, yeah.
Building. There's a statue of guess who? Shiva.
What's it?
There's a
Really?
You know,
There's a-
CERN, where they discovered a new particle a few weeks ago, but they're very
few
huge.
weeks ago. Hello.
No, a few
Years ago.
Years ago.
Years
Yeah, my bad. And it's like this huge scientific laboratory,
Yeah.
Right.
and outside there's a huge Shiva.
It's like the
Uh,
Nataraja one.
But
Yeah,
It's
not
like-
really, when he's
what
dancing.
did they discover though? A particle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
a new
discovered-
one.
The
they're like
hydrogen-
constant
the hydrogen
researchers.
particle.
Huh?
I don't know, but like
It was
there's
something.
like there's like what 20 types of particles, and they keep discovering.
Oh,
different
okay.
ones.
I was about to say they discovered hydrogen
So-
like 20, like a couple years ago, bro. What?
No, I don't
What's
know
my
what it
A levels
was,
taught
but-
me?
No, I don't know what
It's
that
like
was, but
Higgs boson. I'm not. I'm sorry.
Higgs boson.
Something
Higgs
like
boson,
that, yeah.
thing.
You definitely chopped that. You definitely.
Higgs
you
boson.
definitely-
No, but
Physicists tell me.
outside that science place, yeah, science thing.
Mm.
There's a Shiva statue, and what that statue represents is the creation of the universe.
Not orange.
What I'm saying is, even I'm not saying they're copping out and believing that God is like the reason for the universe, but I'm saying that even science has to like step outside of their box to experience the universe and like through religion and spirituality.
There's some things that science can't explain, and then through that we always say spiritual.
We'll get to our belief now then. Just about we're all Hindu, but it
Are
don't.
we though?
You're not. He's
You're
not.
telling me now.
He's
Salam
something
alaikum,
else.
brother.
He's
Do not expect this twist.
So that's a new twist. I didn't know that.
Actually,
But carry on. You say
so
something.
what was I gonna say? Okay, we're gonna get into our belief.
Yeah.
Hinduism.
religious belief.
Hinduism. But like, don't get like, we're not. I don't know how to explain it, but it is spiritual and scientific as well. We'll get into it now. Who wants to say? Who wants to start? Dila, you start.
Yeah, Dila, you start.
Basically, yeah.
What is Hinduism?
What is Hinduism? Hinduism is
We're doing that now as well.
Well, it's
Yeah,
like linking to
you
the.
can-
We
you can
we
link-
won't
Okay.
go into all branches of Hinduism, but like
expand on what you
creation.
mean by what is
Well, okay,
Hinduism.
no.
Oh,
link it to the universe.
Yeah. We'll talk about other aspects later.
What's it called? I think it was Sadhguru. He ages ago, I saw this thing. He said Hinduism is not a religion, or it's not something about just ritualistic performances or something like that. Hinduism is like a land. It's like a place where the Hindus originate from, where they get together and try to teach people the way of life.
It's a philosophy rather than a religion. That's
Yeah.
the best way to describe
And
it.
what is philosophy? Philosophy is nothing but
It's a way of
love
thinking.
love of wisdom.
Yeah.
That's what Hindus try to like put out for the world.
Isn't philosophy just questioning everything though?
No,
Yeah.
but like this literal meaning is love of wisdom.
Love of wisdom. That's it.
Yeah, that's the Greek meaning of
Oh
philosophy.
wow.
Is philosophy? a
I was
Greek
gonna
word?
try to translate into Greek, but
Go for it,
Go for it. Butcher it.
or
Go
more?
for it.
No, I'm not even gonna try.
Alright.
But yeah. So Dile,
Yeah.
let me expand on the question. What does Hinduism say about the creation of the universe?
It says that God created, innit?
I'll be honest with you. I don't know. So you're going to be teaching me this. So I don't know what
Ask
Hinduism-
questions.
Yeah,
Of
but I don't know.
what I know.
Yeah.
Off what
Is
you
that-
know. Go
is that-
for what you know.
This may be wrong,
Mm.
but it's that God created everything. That's why we exist.
Mm.
That's what I think as well.
But
Oh.
like when people could be asking like
Right,
there's
right.
millions and trillions of gods, which brother created it?
Mm.
How would you
But all
answer
the gods
that?
are one.
Yeah, there we go. They get into
Yeah,
that. So
let's
basically,
get into that first.
you could see God is the universe, and you are okay. God is in Hinduism's the philosophy like, entails that God is the universe, and let's imagine this universe as a huge body of water. A drop of that body of water is you, and that is also scientifically proven by what we were saying earlier, as in like everything's made of atoms. Therefore, you are stars. You are everything. And it's basically saying that you are God, which has like a spiritual oneness to it. And it's just like the universe that we see is a partitioning.
Alright,
from
recap
gods.
that because I'll be honest. I'm a
Yeah,
bit
my
confused.
explanation was a little bit sticky there.
Yeah.
It was a bit.
Yeah.
I'll
It's
be
hard to
honest with
explain,
you.
it's
I
hard
got
to
a bit
Does that mean
lost.
that I
I'll
have
be
a bit of
got a bit
grass in me
lost.
as well?
Mine is a bit
Huh?
similar.
Does that mean that we have a bit of grass in me as well?
Grass.
You said everything is in us, like.
As in you are everything and everything is you.
So you are part of me.
Yeah, I am you, but I'm also hey yo.
You're part of me. I don't understand what's wrong. You just said you're part of me.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
part
yeah.
of you and you're part of me.
My theory is something similar,
Don't think this is anything romantic, yeah?
but it's a bit similar, but it
blue
branches
water.
off. But are we talking about God or are we talking about creation here first?
Yeah, creation, but creation also involves
Fuck's
that.
sake, man. Put this here.
Bro, why is all the glasses near me?
Yeah, go on.
I say.
It's hard to explain, but yeah.
I say when we talk about God, we have to first address who we're talking about.
Mm.
There's a Brahman who's the highest.
Yeah, so
who's
Hinduism
Mahavishnu
says like Mahavishnu.
is the highest, and then there's like the Vishnu, Shiva, Brahma,
Mm.
and then there's many gods. Which
It's like a
branch off of
hierarchy
that.
of gods.
Yeah, and then it all started with Mahavishnu,
Mm.
and then ever since like he dispersed into the universe, all these elements have been created. I'd say every single god that is present is like a symbolism for each element.
Yeah.
And therefore, like, since some people pray to Shiva, some people pray to Brahma,
Mm.
or somebody like that, it's just like whoever can like connect with each element
Exactly.
better.
So, gives
that's
you
how they
multiple
worship.
options. Yeah.
That's how they worship, like the god through like the element which they connect.
Repeat that last bit again. Repeat that last bit.
What do you mean?
Use that last sentence that you said.
So when the elements have been dispersed, the gods have symbolized those elements.
You said
and-
something about connection.
Yeah, when we can say some people connect with trees and like some people connect with air more. So like each element represents each god. So that's why some people like worship other gods.
Mm.
It's because they connect with them on a higher level.
I was listening to something. This is kind of related. So, have you watched the show Good Doctor?
Yeah. What's
I've
his?
heard of it.
It's
Yeah.
like this doctor, not the
The guy from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
no, not the English version, the Korean
What the
version.
Oh, bro.
Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah,
the actor.
there's another guy. Okay, so the Korean version, there was a
The Korean version.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
K dramas got into my head
Move back,
recently.
move back.
Oh well, but there was a scene from it that said so someone was talking about God doesn't it. So the main character, the main Donnie, was like he believes in God and everything.
Mm.
One patient came in, the daughter believes in God, but the mother doesn't. Okay, so the
Okay.
mother was saying to the daughter, "Oh, there's no God, nothing." She was crying. She got upset, left, and everything. Main doctor went up to her and said, the reason that some people don't believe in God is because their door is closed. And the way he means the door is, he means that the memories that you have, so the time you do prayers and everything, that's your connection to God. So the more you do that, the more connection, the more you believe in it. So the way his door is like the entrance to visualizing God. He also said that was the same thing to like anyone that you've missed, any like friends or family that you miss, that's your connection. If you open your door, the more happy memories you have of them, the more you'll recognize them, the more you'll be able to feel them and everything. So I feel like that's the same way connection. Some people can can have more of a connection to more gods because they have a door which is wider or more open.
Who chooses the door?
You choose your door.
Yourself.
So
Yeah.
you choose.
So free will.
Yeah, it's your free will. So
Yeah.
in our religion, just to clarify, we have in our religion there's many gods, and
Yeah.
each god does something different. So for you might have a door that's wide enough to have every god, all the gods that you know and want to speak to. While some other people, for me, my personal experience, I don't know like every individual god. I know the main
Yeah, of
ones,
course, yeah.
so I only worship them. So I only know like 4 or 5 like main dwellings. But then you probably know like 30, 40, like the other smaller ones. So that's your door, my door. So when I worship, I only see the ones that I know because my door is a bit narrower. So I feel like your connection depends on who you are.
And it doesn't necessarily matter if I've got a bigger door and you've got a smaller door. It just matters on how you communicate with which gods you can like connect with. But like, even though like a lot of people think that Hinduism is polytheistic, it's actually monotheistic because all these gods are just fragments of one. Yeah, they're all one. And with that linking back, now we need to link this back to the creation of the universe. So as in, like,
we went off topic.
the universe is God.
No, so what we're saying is, are we saying that Mahavishnu created the universe, or are we saying he is the universe?
He is the universe.
He is the universe.
He is the universe.
And doesn't have
It's just
to
a
be
part.
created to him.
It's a part. Yeah, that doesn't have to be created because he is the universe. He is everything.
That's what a religious approach is.
Yeah.
But a scientist
Scientifically says that everything is one anyway.
Huh?
Isn't like all atoms.
All
are
atoms
one.
are made of one. Like, you can't create or destroy atoms that already exist.
They're all one anyway, scientifically as well.
No. I think that you're twisting a bit. I think they're saying that atoms cannot be created or destroyed. They already exist. We just reform in a different purpose. Is what atoms are. While God is also the same thing. It exists already there. We're just reforming into a way that we can present.
Exactly. Yeah.
We present in statues that we can see, worship, because no one knows how it looks. We've just presented it that way over thousands of years.
Yeah.
We've just made it that way, same as other stuff. I'm not going to talk about other religions because I don't know how other religions work.
Another thing, yeah. Wait, you say.
I was about to say the people who, like, the reason we have those statues like this is because people lived back then. They saw them.
Yeah, I know, but like over time, anything over time is slowly the story is gonna slowly get changed up a time.
I think Flashy's right. I'd say through like adaptation, people have different like approaches or appearances to God. And thinking back to what you said, like when you said pick up a drop of water and then that's you, God is you. I'd say this is controversial, but God is like an exaggerated version of yourself.
Go on.
So when you perceive God, so like when you come into this world and you see this universe, you see this creation, you would be like, ain't no way some brother like me created this. It has to be some demigod or some like big guy. So you would think of like a human with 2 heads, a human with 4 arms. So like that's how like these pictures have been created about God.
But I think it doesn't even matter what it looks like. It matters about the connection until what are you actually connecting with. It's also connecting with yourself.
No. We're just explaining why people have these like drawings
the
of
different
God,
different
how
drawings.
they
Yeah,
like, see God.
how are we linking this back to creation, by the way?
creation. Just
We're just
slightly
saying
gone off
that
topic.
atoms cannot be created or destroyed.
Yeah.
They already exist.
Which is scientific,
End
and
of.
then God is
So
already there.
God is like
the
an
universe
existence
already
already.
existed before.
Is
what you
It's
said.
always existed.
yeah. It's all. Is it? Yeah,
So
the universe.
God's always existed as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're saying God. No, God.
This guy's so
What?
delayed.
No, but it doesn't, because we can't. Then we're going to come back to the thing of like existence. Why can't it just always be there?
I think it's a simulation. I'll be honest with you.
Well, actually, Hinduism actually basically does say it's a simulation.
How?
So basically, you don't exist yet. You're just computer code.
No.
Actually,
It doesn't say
How
I don't
does
exist.
Hinduism? How does Hinduism say that?
It's not directly a simulation. Like there's a guy on a computer just laughing when we're doing this podcast. But I mean, like, essentially says that everything you're seeing now is this thing called Maya, like an illusion, and that, like, if you remove the illusion, we're just spiritual particles of Mahavishnu, as in, or you call Mahavishnu the universe. You can call him whatever you want. Mahavishnu the universe, as in your perception of reality is an illusion because we separated from God.
I've got a question.
And that is the puzzle that we have to-
Mahavishnu though.
Yeah, you are Mahavishnu.
No, you are Mahavishnu though.
We
bro.
got this. Oh, there we go.
That's not good.
My tattoo of Mahavishnu's weapon, or
Mm.
Krishna's
I've got a
weapon.
question, right?
Yeah, go on.
Are you basically saying that all gods are sub-gods of Mahavishnu?
Yes.
Okay, I understand now.
Yeah, and every we'll
That's
get
what
into like
Hinduism
deep.
says.
We'll get into like deep Hinduism
Some
later.
people like ISKCON would argue that Krishna is God.
Mm.
Krishna is the main.
Mm.
And then, but like in like the scriptures, Vedic scriptures, it says that Krishna is an avatar of Mahavishnu.
Mm.
But then like other people like the Bhagavad Gita says Krishna is the main.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing with that,
Mm.
but it just confuses me. It baffles me.
I think
to
I,
understand.
the reason they say that he's the main is when, okay, basically, Mahavishnu, whenever an unrighteous event occurs or in the universe, he will come down in a certain form. And he's come down in multiple forms. You've probably heard of him. Rama, if you've heard of that, Krishna, and any of his other forms. And they commonly say that Krishna is like the main form. The reason they say this is because he came down around like 11 times. And in that time he came down, this guy, man. In that time he
11
came
times, bro. Does that mean does avatar, bro? 10.
10
It's only
times,
10.
sorry, 10.
He came 9. The 10 didn't come yet.
No, the 10 didn't come yet.
Yeah.
Every single time he's come
Oh,
before Krishna, he didn't know that he was Krishna. As in, he was essentially like partially human directly.
Oh no!
So
I
when
watched,
Krishna came down, he knew he was God. So that's why they see him as more
Wait.
main. They call him like the personality of Godhead. I'll say it again. Sorry. So whenever he came down, like 9 times, he wasn't fully aware that he was God. Of course, he still had the
But
powers.
the avatar
the
didn't
avatar.
understand consciously.
Yeah,
I
like
am God.
Rama doesn't know he's God.
He doesn't know
He does.
fully.
He still has like the capabilities of God, but he doesn't know. And then we got Krishna, but he does know this time when he comes out. This is, and not the latest, but one of the latest avatars. That's why they say that he's the main form. He's like a direct, like consciousness
So God
from
him-
Mahavishnu.
God himself came down at that point. Instead
Yeah.
of sending
God
sub-gods of him.
did come down the whole times, but this time is like the full personality of
Mm.
God came down at that one time. Fair enough. That's what like.
That's what.
But it doesn't. At the
Very
end of the day, it doesn't
descriptive.
matter. You can say Shiva's the main god. All it matters is that God is the universe, and you're connecting back to the universe.
I still think we're a simulation.
Yeah, I'm saying we are in a simulation.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's in Maya. It's in like there's a structure around us that I perceive you in a certain way
Because deeper.
because that's the illusion.
How many people on this planet? Is
Mm.
that 8 billion now? Is it 8 billion?
It is.
Yeah, it's 8 billion. Yeah.
Somebody, yeah. Deeper. Each one of these 8 billion people have their own lives.
It's
There's
so
probably.
crazy.
I'll be ordering food on Uber. The Uber driver's had his own life.
He's like,
He's had his own busy
What
day.
are you saying?
No, but he's saying
What is he saying?
he's just saying that it's crazy that everyone has a consciousness in the first place.
Yeah,
Okay, so what about that?
it's just mad. To me, it's mad that I think we're in a simulation that someone's just coded all of us into this.
Crazy.
Not coded, not
Mm.
coded, but
Can I say something?
coded.
Yeah.
Coming back to the universe creation bit.
Mm.
You know where you said there's scientific and there's religious
Mm.
points of how the universe was created.
Mm.
But the religion Hindu, don't take this like what I know, Hindu religion kind of proves and explains. We shouldn't separate scientific and religion because
Mm.
they're both the same thing.
They're both the same thing. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That religion and religion basically proved about the universe creation way before
Like proper science.
before science created.
Yeah. Like we
So
have.
there shouldn't be a division between these two.
What is this
What
guy
is he
doing?
doing?
As in, like, he's basically saying that like science was proven way
Right,
before
yeah.
through Hinduism.
Mm.
Like we have, like they knew about the planets, and some crazy fact that I found out in Hinduism there's an auspicious.
Auspicious.
How do you say the word? I forgot.
Auspicious. It's auspicious.
Auspicious
Auspicious.
number.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah.
Auspicious number, and it's 108. and then if you put the, I think I might get this wrong, but I'll put an image somewhere.
No, there's 108, there's 108 Rudraksha beads.
Exactly. It's like such an important spiritual number. If you put the Earth here, and I think it's the Sun here, you can fit 108 exact moons in the middle. And in our Hinduism proved that years ago. That's one of like the scientific connections that we believe in. And spiritualism,
How did they prove that? Though?
I don't know how they did
Oh,
it.
they say it's like the rishis back then. You know that I forgot the name. There's meditation like where you can like leave your human body and then you can experience the universe.
Yeah,
It's kind of deeper though.
like Doctor Strange, legit like that.
No, not even that. But say they did that, yeah. But how did they just like? Okay, this is 1 moon. Yeah, we know how long this is. We know the distance that is 100. Like how?
It's
Actually,
like
let me take you,
mathematics.
let me make you do the meditation right now after this podcast, yeah? Let me make you sit down, do the meditation, let your ass leave this body, and then you can count the moons up there.
What?
Yeah, I'll be the one.
Get your ruler, scientific calculator, count each moon.
Yeah, I'll go like this.
And
Yeah.
the Earth.
So that's 10 centimeters. All right, next 10 centimeters. I'll get my pencil out and draw it.
Yeah.
You'll see me up there.
believe the
What are you
scriptures.
saying?
I have a question for Raven. You know when you said that the rishis, you live the rishis somewhere.
Oh.
He's dying. Let him wait.
Are the Vedas and rishis the same thing?
Rishis made the Vedic
Vedas,
scriptures.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
okay. So
They
the
reached
scientific
like
proof is in the Vedic structure.
Yeah.
so much is in there.
Okay.
As in like they reach such a high level of consciousness through continuous meditation.
Because they connect
Taught
to
by
the-
Shiva.
They connect to God with.
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
And
They
the
say,
God,
like in the Satya Yuga, the very first Yuga,
Mm.
God came down in human form. They interacted with the humans and they
So-
gave them the information.
That's what I'm saying. How that's like how
No,
the statues
I'm
and
not.
everything.
statues
I'm
came
not.
up.
I'm not.
No, I didn't say
questioning
you.
it.
I didn't say you're wrong.
No,
That's
I'm
what I
not.
meant.
I'm
wrong.
I'm not questioning it. I'm just still baffled about. So this guy actually counted with a ruler the entire length.
It's not
of the
like
moon.
counting with
I
a
know,
ruler.
I
It's like
know, but,
mathematics.
But
It's
how
still
does-
mad.
does-
Like,
how
how
does-
can bro?
Isn't-
Bro
they've-
said that. Okay, so that looks like that. So
No,
basically,
it's not like that. It's like they've reached such a high level of consciousness. They've
They're
realized
superhuman at this point.
essentially they've realized they are God, and they've just
Yeah, I'm saying
found
they're
out.
superhuman.
They just
But
know.
how does God even know these theories? How does he know these theories to put it down in the Vedic structures?
How does
So
God
the
know?
Rishis- yeah.
How do
How
rishis
does the
know?
Rishis or the
How,
God?
how did the gods know to tell the rishis to perform meditation to write it down in the Vedic?
The
structures?
gods didn't tell them.
They
They
just
just
know it.
meditated and then they experienced it.
They just
I'm
know.
saying
They,
how?
they create the universe though.
I think,
so they
essentially,
are-
Shiva
right,
came
okay.
down and taught meditation to everyone, and then he had like
He's
around
an Adi
seven,
yogi.
yeah, Adi
Adi
yogi,
yogi.
which means first yogi, and
I was
he
gonna
had like
say-
7 disciples, and they were so wowed by Shiva's.
Wow.
Legit, they were so wowed by his like power, so they like basically like begged for him to teach
But my
teach
question
them.
is, how did Shiva and all these gods get those powers in the first place?
Bro, he's God.
But powers
That's
is
mine.
Yeah, so you can stop doing that.
But powers,
Little
whenever
dot.
we say the word powers, we think of superheroes. But
I never thought of that one.
as in like powers, as in like.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Okay, I
You're
love.
saying God is Iron
No,
Man.
No. I'm saying when we're saying
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's
he
what he
said,
said.
He said
how
a
did God
generic
get
man.
his powers? Is
How
what
does
you
God
said,
get his
right?
powers?
How does
Isn't-
God know that he had those powers? How did he even?
It's
He
the
reached his
ability
true
to.
potential.
Is the ability to reconstruct the universe as you wish. You get every power. Isn't like he is a universe,
No, so you
so
believe
therefore you
that
can do anything.
God is omnipresent?
How are we questioning God's power?
Yes, I believe.
No,
I
not
believe that
questioning
God
him.
is everything. And God is.
No,
like,
he's saying like
No. Do you believe that God is
yes,
omnipresent?
yes,
That means having the power above all creation.
yes,
Mm.
yes.
He's
I wanna
questioning
know
how we got the power.
I want to know how he got that power.
because he is the power. He is everything.
Okay. Yeah, he is a divine spirit.
He's trying to find where did he get the Infinity Stones, basically. He's
He
trying
went-
to find
he
out
went
where.
ding, ding, ding.
He wants to make his own universe and become God.
He wants the knowledge.
He's
so
trying to
he
get the power.
So God is power, and power is the particles.
Divine.
But in a human form, you can
Divine.
access that power through extreme meditation.
God is born power.
You just basically rewind
What in the bomber card did you just say?
I said God is born power.
Power
If
is
you're
born
God,
of
you're
So
power.
grammar just left the equation.
No, power is a form of God.
Power
God is a form
equals
of
God.
power.
God equals power. There
Yeah,
you go.
God is power. Power is God.
So God is a form of power, and then meditation rishis are.
Have accessed that
Get
power
those
that
orientation.
no, because they are God.
Basically, if you want to get power, meditate for.
Man, shut the fuck up! I'm trying to say
No, basically, the rishis
something.
they have the rishis Because we got a Rishi here.
Whoa.
We can draw an image if you want. We got a Rishi here.
Rishi.
He is God.
Nah, it's just flashy with the beard.
He hasn't fully realized he is God. Through meditation, he realizes he's God to an extreme extent, higher than we realize that we are also God, and therefore he gains access to the powers that he would have.
Rishi is God, right? So then, doesn't that mean he's a form of Vishnu?
Yeah, we are all forms of Vishnu.
Yeah.
So I have power within me.
Yes.
You have
Yeah.
unknown power.
Die.
This is an infinity war, bro. No,
No,
but it's,
what are you saying? Like, My bad.
what is
That
my
the
God.
atoms of God are us. We are the atoms
Yeah,
of
you are also God.
Yeah.
So this is also God in that case. It's an atom of something.
Yeah, everything is God.
Yeah.
What?
That's why we try to respect everything.
Okay, so basically, I'm gonna pick up this, I'm gonna throw it at you, and you're gonna die.
Well, why are you murdering
Where's
me
that-
on this
where's that-
podcast?
Okay,
Like,
maybe not murder.
Why is what is
Okay,
going on?
okay,
All
okay,
these
okay.
extreme questions. bro.
I'm going to kill you right now. He's fully what this guy
So
just said.
am I
Okay,
God?
no. I'm gonna throw this.
What is this?
I'm gonna throw this, and it's gonna turn into a fireball because I'm God.
No, you're not that powerful
You're
yet.
taking that.
God, slap this guy.
When you
Make me
meditate,
powerful.
No,
but
but
no, when you meditate, you know that power.
but
Okay,
even though this,
so-
Bro, meditation is the best thing you can do.
Okay, so if you meditate, you'll get power.
No,
no,
you
no, no,
experience something of it.
you need to go to high lengths of meditation.
So I'm saying you don't
Extreme
need to
lengths.
stop eating, stop drinking. You just need to purely
Yeah.
be in the
Like
present.
you know what are they called?
That's what the rishis do.
Agoras. Like the
Agoras.
agoras.
You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
the
yeah.
Rudraksha we're talking about.
Yeah.
Where is mine? Here.
The
How was it created? How was it created?
hold on,
Shiva
hold
was
on.
meditating.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay.
This guy just said no eating, no drinking, just meditate.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay.
That's what
Alright,
the
okay.
rishis
I'll
do,
explain
man.
this story links to it.
No, not that story. You actually believe that?
Yes.
Okay.
No, but the reason
You don't?
No.
I don't disagree with the meditation that it
But
makes
you
you
don't
a
believe
better
it.
person. But I don't believe that these meditation people do not eat and drink.
They don't.
They don't.
Oh my
They don't.
lord.
How was
Why
this
do you think
created?
they're so skinny, bro?
Shiva.
I know they're so skinny.
If they eat
not
and
about
drinking, they
skin-
should not be
Bro,
malnourished.
when they're meditating, you reach such a high that like your human
What's
body
that called?
doesn't
What's that
lose
guy?
these
What's
stuff.
that cold guy? Oh, that's
That
so
cold
tapped.
guy.
The cold guy.
You know he does the cold showers. The original Wim Hof.
Andrew
He
Wilson. No.
fully just stopped eating for ages, and he was fully fine.
No, I'm not saying ages.
And
No,
he-
but these guys do it for like years on years on years.
Yeah.
So you're telling me a Donny, no matter how powerful
Yeah,
he
but
is,
they're getting
Can we
you
give some
meditate?
respect to these people, bro?
No, I don't know their actual names. Though.
Okay, it's fine.
Their actual.
Yeah, but like, Donny.
But like you're saying this guy has not had food or drank for a year. I refuse to believe that.
No,
Why?
but no, you refuse to believe it. Have you ever tried it?
No,
Yes,
why-
I've tried
why do you
meditating.
refuse- why
No, I
do
mean, have you tried doing
Oh,
exactly
for a
what
year.
they did?
For a year? No.
We're still making like a jump. Like we're still
No.
jumping to the point that
It's like what I said about appearance. We don't know the truth behind it. You're
Yeah,
just
because no
seeing
one's
it
done
through.
it.
They have done it, and they're saying they've done it.
You know the scientific thing that you can survive with like a week without water, right? Okay, so you know your belief. Okay, I'm not going to say belief. You're going to say truth that they've done it for a year. So you're saying that the science is wrong.
No, I'm not. All I'm saying is, when you do meditate, when these rishis meditate, they reach a level of consciousness inside of them. I'm not even saying God, inside of them, where they have full control of their body. So they just say, "I don't need food." I know it sounds funny, but they have extreme control of their body where they don't need stuff like that. Like when Shiva was meditating once, his rishis, his disciples, they thought he was dead.
Yeah, no, I know that story as well.
Yeah.
But what I'm just saying is, you know, the science saying
Is
that.
God coming here
One-
to slap flesh?
that there's like 1 week without water, or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's
The
when
3
like,
days
people,
thing. Yeah.
3 days without food. But that's when your people like daily moving and everything. I can understand you can extend that 3 days to like maybe 2 weeks with that. If you're just sitting still, close your eyes, just focus, not sleeping or anything. I can understand that, right? If that 3 days increase to 2 weeks, perfectly agree with that.
Yeah.
But then taking 3 days to a year is such an
Yeah,
extreme.
I know it's huge. It's like
Why?
it's
that. My
of course
person-
it is. Like
Why do you think?
Do you eat every day?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Why you eat every day because you keep moving and everything, blah blah blah, right? So you need food to carry on.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, I went for I think 3 days without eating. I was traveling on my world tour. I was traveling, 2 days without eating. I was sitting. I wasn't doing anything. Sitting, sleeping. I was starving after that.
Yeah, but
okay?
these guys.
I know these guys have done it. But
you're
that's
not,
2
you're not
days.
meditating when you do.
I'm not
this.
meditating. I know.
Yeah.
That's just 2 days.
What are you arguing then? What is your point?
Can I say
I'm not
something?
saying meditation is bad for you. I know it's good for
Of
you.
course you're not
we're
saying
not
that.
saying that, but what
I'm
is your
just
point?
my point is I refuse to believe these Donnies go from 3 days without food to like years and years and years without food.
Of course
I
it's
refuse
hard
to
to believe.
believe that.
Is it because you think they'll starve to death or something?
I refuse to believe that they were able
They
to
can
They have a
survive.
scientific
No, but
approach.
they get-
Yeah, scientific approach.
He's having
The
this
They
human
get-
anatomy. I refuse to believe that they've gone years without eating.
Yeah,
I feel
I'm
like
not-
they've had food. It's just not like an entire chicken biryani at the time. I feel like they've had like the white rice or whatever, blah blah blah. I feel like they're getting fed every like 2 weeks or something.
No,
But I
don't
refuse to
think
believe that one day, that not one day, but after a while of training and everything, they've just gone from 3 days of no food to years with no food. My perspective.
It's not. It's years of training.
I know it's
Okay.
years of training, but I refuse to believe. My perspective.
No.
I understand everything about meditation.
What do you understand about it?
I understand that your mindset, you're able to control your body more. I've seen it. I've watched documentaries. I understand all of that. The thing that I refuse to believe is the human anatomy. Okay, I can understand you can alter it a bit. You can alter it from 3 days to maybe 3 weeks. You can alter it. I'm saying, how's your body? You need for everyone here. You need your body at full capacity to meditate for that long. If you were starving, your mind would be like, oh, I want to eat something, right? I understand they've done years of training, but I still refuse to believe they've gone
Of course, it's
from
hard to believe.
3 weeks to a year.
But that itself shows the power of meditation. Is
Yeah.
that they've broken that rule, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
But
to be
neither
able
of us
to-
are right now because
Yeah,
none
of
of us
course,
have done
of course,
it. So
none of us have done it.
until we get one of the Donnies checked and everything.
We'll let you do it from tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah.
No
very
food or
much.
water for
I'm
you for
saying
the
that
next
they're
year.
getting that power, like that energy to survive from meditation through the power of God.
Maybe-
God is giving
maybe
that energy.
them-
So are you saying religion is above science?
No, we're saying they both
We're saying-
haven't evolved.
They haven't like
They haven't
don't have enough
evolved
info.
To
like
connect
get
fully.
through the
Science
clashes.
doesn't have enough info.
No, bro, both of them have not evolved into such an extent where they can like deny these clashes and like meet on something.
It's like if we went 100 years ago, there would have been some stuff that we know now that they didn't know 100 years ago.
Yeah, 'cause
There were
evolution.
clashes like 200 years ago, but now some of the clashes have been resolved because we're more evolved.
Just give
we
it
know
time.
more information.
But then we have
Yeah.
Vedic science, which of course we haven't read the Vedas. We actually should.
We don't have any right to speak on that, in my point.
Exactly,
In my
yeah.
view.
It's in like that's an immense part of science that we haven't like fully educated
Covered.
ourselves on. But yeah,
There's going to be clashes
of course,
everywhere.
scientifically speaking, from like general like science now, of course it's
So
not
basically,
possible.
everything is one.
As in, if we go back to like the universe,
Yeah.
So you're
That
one
was a
of me.
long
You're one of
topic.
me. Yeah? You're one of me.
It was good though.
Yo.
thanks for legit. Thank you so much for the support beforehand. I didn't know that many people reposted it.
Crazy.
Love you guys.
Thank you.
Subscribe wherever the thing is, and whenever our next episode out, it'll be equally as
What's it
deep.
Where is this going on?
Some different topic.
YouTube.
It'll be on YouTube, Spotify, and
So watch all of our
We're looking into
socials.
Apple Music.
All of
Yeah,
our
we'll do
socials
that
will be
later.
down below.
Or podcast.
yeah, go fully NPC out. Go on. Do your
Like
thing.
and
Do your
subscribe.
thing. Do your thing.
All of our socials will be down below.
Sure.
Join them.
But there's so much we can talk about. This is a sick topic.
You're starting, by the way.
I can't be asked to scream.
You have to scream. Welcome. It's a Late Night Walks podcast.
No. But
What happened? What are you doing? Why are you silent?
I thought he was going to do it after you said welcome.
yeah, I clapped.
In unison. Right, so 3, 2, 1.